We talked some time ago about the different hierarchies that there are in our world, at least from the Elizabethans' point of view, and the great chain of being that runs all the way from God's throne down to the smallest atom of dust, the inanimate rocks of the planet. And I want you to remember that today, because I'm going to talk about three different kinds of souls, and they have their own hierarchy too. You're aware that there are different levels of life. Even, I think most people recognize this in our way of considering life on Earth, that there are people with rational intelligence. Everyone fully recognizes that people have feelings. Then there are animals that we don't consider to have rational intelligence, and scientists debate about what kind of feelings they have. And then on some level, plants are alive. Certainly they grow, they reproduce. When I was young, back in the 70s, there was this new idea that plants could experience moods, and if you talk to your plants, they would grow better. I want to put all that in a 16th century perspective and talk about different kind of souls from the point of view of Shakespeare's plays, particularly Henry IV, Part 1. Now, in Henry IV, you have the different kinds of souls represented by different people. You can think of Falstaff, the person. He's capable of taking in nourishment, of needing something to drink. His alcohol consumption is one of the jokes of the play. And he has a body that can reproduce, because he has a lot of sex jokes too. And certainly he's capable of sleeping and snoring and waking up. So we'll consider him sort of the representative of the vegetable soul, or the vegetative soul. One step up, if we were thinking of this in 21st century terms, we'd think of animals, reptiles, mammals. Certainly they seem like they can feel pain, and they can be considered representatives of the sensitive soul. Sensitive meaning that they can feel things. And in our play, this kind of sensitive soul is represented by the character Hotspur. And he is very emotional. He has sort of quick trigger reactions to things. But Hotspur has a lot of anger, a lot of loyalty, a lot of emotional responses to everything. And then King Henry himself represents what we might call the rational soul. And this is great, right? Because he's the highest ranking character of the play. So he should have a soul that's higher than Hotspur's soul or than Falstaff's soul. But even though he rationally plans everything, things don't always work out to his liking. It's his son, Hal, who sort of represents the incorporation of all three of these. He's what we might call a very well-balanced, very integrated personality. So he certainly eats and drinks, he has his moments of sex jokes too, but he also is able to rise above the vegetative phase of life and experience feelings of loyalty and emotion and pride. But he's also able to talk to his dad on a rational level and explain what his plans are for the future.